As they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go play action. Trubisky on the move to his left. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Coleman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. White, 90. White.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Eddie Goldman with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 3rd down, Trubisky. The 20, finding Gabriel complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football.
Flex round! Flex round! 4 down, check! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Second down, Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just... Short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action now. Kaiser looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is first and goal from about the 8. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Kaiser now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Boston Scott, his first carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Kaiser just getting the play off. And he's got some space here. Pushing his way through. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Trubisky on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. On play action, Kaiser. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now Kaiser keeps himself upright. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky rolling to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, here we go. What?
Kaiser on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Kaiser again. Caught on the right side by Jones. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Again, this is Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the handoff, this is Howard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Play action. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Kaiser to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
3rd and long for Kaiser. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Coleman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Hang on, we got you see it?
Now Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are in for 6. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. The toss play to Montgomery. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Second down, Kaiser. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. He can't get him down. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bears will extend their lead. The point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go. What?
Play action now. Kaiser trying to lay one up deep. They've got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Again, it's Kaiser. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Check. Here we go. Hut.
4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Runs through the contact, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, Trubisky. He finds Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Howard. Wiggles free. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road together and get it done.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this is usual to me. Flappers living won't get dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdog, with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no hassle.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Here lies young, getting paid for never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I dance. I'm the gang 3 times on my install. Been cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it dogs. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I dance. I'm the gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God didn't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, P-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just eating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi in some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running. I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed.
walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If you dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
We too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving that rude boy, I'm waving it. That I did.